Hey guys, Mr. VPK6 back with another video. This video is going to be about Young Thug's project. To my opinion, business is business. I think it's a little, I don't know. The word to try to say it is that a lot of people like to use is mid. But Young Thug's project wasn't the way I thought it was going to be. I was a little disappointed because he kept talking about the same thing over and over again, and I forgot when you put explicit, you kind of know really what they're saying. And I think that's what made his project mid. He kept talking about the same thing that everyone else says. Like when females talk about nasty stuff, they talk about it in their music. So he was doing the opposite, talking about his private. I'm like, bro, like, you really like bored in the ear talking about the same thing. But shout out to Jonesboro. You know what I mean? He made a song about Jonesboro. I thought that was unique because I didn't know that he actually used to live over here, which is crazy. I knew that he lived in Atlanta, but I didn't know which area. So I thought that was cool to get to kind of see the outside of things. Like he's like born and raised in Jonesboro. I thought that was tight. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like you know what I mean? Because all these areas are not too far. You know what I mean? So that's the crazy part about how he came up with that song. You know what I mean? I thought that was unique. But yeah, man, like it's just like a small world. Because my thing is that like artists are just dropping. They're dropping the like unique songs. I think Young Thug could have mixed it up a little bit. Maybe surprise us with some crazier beats. I think the production on it could have been better. The lyrics could have been better too. I was getting kind of tired of the same old thing. But that's my score. I think a scale of 1 to 10, the project was probably about 6, because it's like it kind of jumped out of nowhere. Plus, he's still dealing with the problems that he's dealing with in prison. So you know what I mean. So it's just like it was a distraction project to kind of keep her mind away. But he also realized Gunna was dropping, so yeah, he made sure Young Thug's project was dropping. So I thought that part was a little weird, but Drake bodied it. Drake's always doing crazy numbers on his freestyles, so, or whatever song, just songs in general. Drake's always like knocking them out. But I thought his freestyles was on point, man. Like if he did freestyle, that would be crazy. But I know someone most likely wrote it because he's using a lot of big words. Like he said, obituary, missionary, I believe. Then he started rhyming again with some bigger words. So his vocabulary was like pretty on point. It made the song make you think about some things. He said obituary is a cemetery, or I think it's like cemetery, obituary, missionary. Yeah, it was just like kind of rhyming with words. So I was getting some rhyme zone vibes when I heard him say that, because he was trying to make like he was trying to tell a story a little bit, but it was like basic. But it was definitely like a surprise. But yeah, I think his album could have done better. That's the thing about Young Thug. You don't know what he's gonna drop, and you don't know what it's gonna sound like. So I thought that project was in the middle. Sadly, because you know what I mean, his music before he got locked up was a little better. I think that all these songs felt kind of like just trying to prove that he can out rap people. I think that's what he was aiming for. And then most little rhyming with weird words, because Young Thugs get out rhyming with stuff that doesn't almost doesn't feel like it makes sense, but it does make sense to him. It's almost like saying like "girl looks ugly," and then you can say like something like "fugly" or something. It's like something wild. He's just good at using words that's out of the ordinary, but also making it sound like, "Hey, I'm a real rapper," by saying stuff that's kind of out of the ordinary. And there was a rapper back like that earlier in the 2000s where he would say a lot of nasty stuff and then start rhyming. Not Ludacris, but there's another guy. I think he's like locked up, but he said some like disgusting stuff, and then he would start like freestyling, and yeah, he's just crazy. But there's a lot of hip hop rappers that are good at like rhyming with words and like making it sound good. So, and even if it's nasty or clean, they're just really good at rhyming. You know what I mean? It's all from the head and all from the all from practice, practice, practice. So, yeah, man. But yeah, I think the project could have done better. You know what I mean? That's all I could really say. But stay tuned for the next guys, next video.